everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. So today's video, as you can tell by the title, my husband will be doing the meal prep for the week. Last week I showed you guys how I meal prep freezer meals for the week for the whole family. So I think I made 4 or 5 dishes last week. I will link that down below if you haven't seen it. But this week my husband was like, why don't I do it? You know, let's take it in turns. And I was like, you know what, husband, that's a fabulous idea. You should be doing it this week because I did it last week and you should see how it feels. It's not that hectic, but you know, all husbands should really feel how it feels like to be the one cooking all these meals. That looks easy to them when it's on a plate, but it really isn't when you're making like 5 dishes in one day. So he'll be showing you guys how to prepare freezer meals for a week, and I will just be behind the camera recording him. I won't be lending a helping hand. No, I'm joking, I might do. I can't help it. But essentially this video is just you watching my husband cook, and I'll be doing the voiceover, of course. But that's it really. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, I would love to film them, so just let me know. But that's it. I hope you enjoy it. So the first dish that my husband's making is slow cooker pulled lamb shank, and all he's done is add some spices, so cayenne pepper, paprika, salt, pepper and garlic granules, and lots of lemon juice. That's just going to sit there for 6 hours cooked on low heat. So once that's doing its magic, all he's done is chop some rather large onions and garlic, and then he's added in his baby chicken, which are cut into 8 pieces. He's added some black pepper on top of the baby chicken, and he's just gonna add some color onto that. Now moving on to the mince meat for the lasagna, all he's done is once again fry off some onion and garlic, add in the mince, brown it off, get rid of the fat, and he's added in salt, pepper, cumin powder, a bit of coriander powder, and that's it. With the baby chicken, he's just going to brown it before adding in the rest of his spices. He wants it to have a nice golden colour apparently. He fancies himself as a right old chef. So at this point I went off to do some cleaning because I was recording a different video, and then I came back. He had added in double cream, bit of yogurt and turmeric. That's it. For the salmon, he's just added in some spices, which is cayenne pepper, paprika, peri peri, salt, pepper and garlic granules. He's just going to massage that into the salmon really well, and then what he's going to do is cook this salmon flesh side down, just so that the skin can loosen up and he can take it off really easily. And then he moves back to the salmon dish, adds in the pre-packed veg that you can buy from Aldi, Asda or whatever. I remember at this point asking him why he couldn't get a bigger pan because this thing was overflowing. He had to add in some noodles next, so he's just adding in these ready to wok noodles from Aldi. They're pretty much cooked noodles and they're ready to eat, so you just need to heat it up a bit, let the steam cook it. So he adds it on top of the salmon stir fry, and as you can see, this pan was overfilling, so eventually he did go get a bigger pan and all he did was add some soy sauce, mixed it all up together, and that's it. At this point he was just making the cheesy white creamy sauce for the lasagna because the red sauce was done. We always add mince to ours. The lasagna sheets we never need to prepare because we don't boil it, we just use it as it is. The only thing that was left to do is the white sauce. So the white sauce is done. As you can see, the lasagna mince sauce is done. Tasted very good. I tasted it for him as well, and now all he had to do was layer up the lasagna. And he also thought to make a pasta bake type of dish with the leftover lasagna mince sauce, so he left that there so that he could do that if there's any left. He's just layering it up. I never ever break up my lasagna sheets. I don't know why he did that, but I was just here to film. I wasn't here to tell him what to do or to tell him how I would do it, because personally I would have blended the tomatoes that he added into the lasagna sauce. I wouldn't have kept it whole, but everyone's different, so he's just layering it all up together. It's actually interesting to see how he makes his lasagna compared to me, because he adds cheese after every layer that he layers, and I don't do that. I always just add cheese into my white sauce and add the cheese right at the end just to crisp up the top, because I feel like you don't need the extra calories, but he does it differently. Anyway, so once the dish was done, he ended it off with a bit of white sauce at the top. I would have added way more. He added the rest of the white sauce into the penne pasta, and then he added the rest of the spaghetti sauce, or the lasagna red sauce if you want to call it, into the penne, mixed it all up together, added more cheese. You don't even want to know how much cheese he's used in these two dishes, but these dishes aren't for anybody that's on a diet, by the way. These are like wholesome, hearty dishes, so not for the faint-hearted. So more cheese is going on top, yep, some cheddar. So once the cheese was added, as you can see, he'll mix it all up together, add more cheese, leave that to the side because this was going to be in the oven for tonight's dinner, and the lasagna won't actually be getting cooked today. We'll put that in the freezer for next week Friday. Also, with the frozen lasagna, if you do decide to freeze the lasagna, don't take it out and defrost it. I did that once and it built up so much water. You need to stick it into the preheated oven from frozen. It cooks the best way that way. Make sure you cover up the top because you didn't cook the lasagna sheets. That's what I do anyway. And then I just open the sheet towards the end, like 5-10 minutes, just so the top can brown. So that's it. He adds a bit of parsley and mixed herbs on top just to give it a bit of fragrance, and it's done. So once the dishes had cooled down completely, he found a really tiny container once again, and I was like, what are you doing? You will not be able to close this. And he fully wholeheartedly believed, as men do, that he could close it. He realized at the end that I was right and he's wrong, as always. Get this. He tried to get a bigger container and he tried to flip a curry. Can you believe this? Obviously I didn't let him. So a few hours later he checked on the lamb shank and it was literally falling off the bone, guys. It was so soft. So he turned it off, just put the lid back on, and he was going to pull that apart later in the day once it cooled down. And this was our dinner. I thought I'd just film a little bit so you guys can see what it looked like. The pasta bake was a big hit with the kids and myself. It was so delicious. So my husband is done. He's been done a really long while ago, but now I have a chance to actually show you the things that he made. I'm sorry that there isn't full recipes. These videos aren't supposed to be in-depth recipes. However, I will have tried my best to tell you what he's put in each dish. So this is a curry. Don't know what type of curry, but he's added in yogurt, double cream. It's not very like spicy or filled with spices, very minimal. That's my husband's way of cooking. And this is lasagna, and he's added some onions on top because he said that when you cover it and put it in the oven, the flavour of the onion will ooze into the lasagna. So, okay, we won't be eating these giant onions anyway. And here, he has his veg stir fry with salmon with the skin off. And here he's made chicken breast with giant couscous. So it's like a Mediterranean chicken and couscous type of dish. It looks really good, not gonna lie, and it smells even better. And so that's 4 dishes, right? So the 5th dish, actually he made 6 dishes today, can you believe him? So he made this pasta bake with the leftover mince lasagna sauce that he made, and he's cleared up as he went along, bless him. So this is the last dish. So we have lamb shank. We had 3 left over from last week, so he's cooked the lamb shank in there. I showed you guys the stuff he's added in it, right? That is a piece of orange. So he's made a rub for the lamb shank. What he's gonna do with this after, I should have probably waited till he was done, but what he's gonna do with this is that he's gonna pull the meat apart. He said this is gonna be like pulled lamb shank with onions and peppers, and we're gonna have it with couscous. So he's gonna keep all of that good juices, he's gonna sieve it, and he's gonna cook the couscous in them juices and have the pulled meat, which he's going to pan fry with some onions and peppers and put on top of the couscous. That is the 6th dish that he's made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no good lighting anywhere. Didn't he do so well? I'm so proud of him. Honestly, he did way better than me anyway. But yeah, I just came on to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a massive thumbs up. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time out to watch, to give it a thumbs up, to even give it a thumbs down. Thank you, because thumbs up or thumbs down at the end of the day is still engagement. So thank you for engaging with my content, and thank you so much to the people that actually take the time out to leave the comments. You guys are the ones, so thank you so much. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, and the thing is guys, I couldn't stand there over my husband and see what he was doing step by step and get the recipe, because I have 2 kids to look after. So I kept trying to run back in to see what he was doing and asking him, what were you doing, what were you adding? But next time hopefully I will do is stand over him and get the recipes for you. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.